Oh goodness, yeah. So we know like I'm a blabbermouth and I never stop talking. So yeah. Yeah, it's May 8th, 2024. So as we all know, sticks and stones, they could potentially break your bones, but not unless they have interaction with you. But of course words can never hurt us. Like words really can never hurt us unless there's some type of master warlock or something, or some type of witch or something doing some type of spell work. No, I'm just kidding. Even then, if you are protected by the holy blood of Jesus, covered in Christ's blood, that shit's never gonna hurt you or affect you. I mean, it can potentially have a tiny ripple, but it's not really going to take full effect and mess you over, so there's no need to worry about that. But yeah, I do think, oh, a lot of people might be highly offended by this, but like I said, the Bible most likely was changed like over 600 times. So yeah, I do think that I was looking at that truck to see what that truck pulled up behind me. So yeah, I do think the Bible was altered over like 600 times. So why did I get the number 600? I'm not quite sure, but that's the number that I'm sticking with right now because that's what I received to say, and I can never say the wrong thing no matter if anybody's opinion is against me. There's nothing wrong that I can ever possibly say because I'm saying everything I meant to say, because I'm an individual existing on earth right now, and everything that every individual does is the right thing that they're meant to do for themselves. So that's what I'm doing now. So I do think the Bible was like altered like about 600 plus times, and people are going to say, where are you getting this information from? Like, where am I getting this information from? It's just like, I'm just going to say the Bible may have been altered over about 600 times, and because of that, it's very interesting. I do see Jesus as a magician. A lot of people may be offended by that, like, you know, those Christians who go to church every Sunday and who worship the Lord, give the Lord worship the Lord. That's right. And you know, it is good to worship. I agree, but I'm just talking about these specific people who worship the Lord. They're holier than thou, and they just go to church every single Sunday wearing their dresses and their suits and ties, and they're all spiffy, and that's totally fine to do. But then, you know, they go to church meetings and they talk they talk about people, gossiping, which gossiping is, you know, embedded in the human DNA. So, you know, but you're called to be like Jesus, right? And then they go home and they start doing all these anti-Christ things. And should I say anti? I feel like saying anti, but you know, I guess I'm supposed to say anti since I recognized it, but I really want to say anti. It's the same thing. It's like ANTI. It's like potato, tomato, like for real. Like, gosh. So, whatever. I'll say anti. Okay, whatever. I'll say anti. Does that make you feel better? Okay, so, yeah. It's like they dress up all nice and go to church every single Sunday, and it seems like their lives are all perfect. And then when they get home behind closed doors, they start doing everything in the antichrist way. Like, they start doing everything backwards of what it's making it look like they're doing in front of everyone. Like, they start doing everything like from lower places of living behind closed doors, and that's really weird to me. It's creepy. And you know, a lot of people, so many people are doing this, and it's so creepy to me because what's done behind closed doors is coming out to the light, even if there's no cameras involved. And this is really weird because this is that Akashic record technology. This is that quantum Akashic lens technology. Okay, I just tried to record this and my phone cut off, and I know there's a reason that it cut off. Every time I say certain things, them, yes, them, they, and them, yes, them, they attempt to stop me from recording so what I am saying isn't heard. So, yeah, what was I even talking about? Who knows? Like, I'm supposed to keep my whole train of thought and complete the video, but I had plenty of space to don't malfunction in air. I had plenty of space and storage on my phone, but they cut it off because they didn't want what I was saying heard. So, I'm attempting not to malfunction in air. So, yeah, I was talking about the Akashic Records or something, but apparently I'm supposed to talk about something else. So, my whole video doesn't stop working even though I have plenty of space on my phone. So, I'm just gonna roll with it, okay? So, yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. So, you know, no matter what I ever say, even if it sounds offensive, I don't think anyone should take offense from it, because no matter what anybody says about me, even if it sounds offensive, I'm not going to take offense from it. And even though I may feel like taking offense from it, that's a human thing we have going on. And like I said, I'm trying to outpower and over-dominate my humanness, because, you know, being human is a limitation in itself. And that sounds like a really weird thing to say. That sounds like a super weird thing to say. And I know many people would think it sounds like a very weird thing to say, and I don't care. It might sound crazy to some. It might sound crazy to Joe. It might sound crazy to Lewis. It might sound crazy to Paul. But it might not sound crazy to Malcolm, and it might not sound crazy to Frank, and it might not sound crazy to Doug, and it might not sound crazy to Sally. And who are these people? You know, these specific names are just being downloaded into my consciousness. So if that's you, that's you. If you know these people, good for you. And if you don't know these people, well, it's okay. You don't have to know them. I'm just making a point, saying some random names. So, yes. I'm at 2 minutes and 4 seconds. So, yeah. If you have a birthday today, happy birthday. No hate towards you. So, yeah. I do say everything that I feel like I have to say. Because I'm just channeling and I'm just free flowing and saying everything that comes to my mind, absolutely everything. And, you know, I'm not using a script, I'm just free flowing, and some things are going to come out that some people might not like, or that might sound unfavorable, or it might sound like I'm hating, but really I'm just speaking. So don't take any offense to what I'm saying, because everyone on YouTube does this. Well, they just say shit just, you know, because it's YouTube, and, you know, so, yeah, don't take any offense to anything I say. So, if I make any really offensive videos, I'll probably remove them at some point, because, you know, nobody's even seen a lot of my videos, even though, oh my gosh, don't malfunction, even though they're supposed to. So, yeah, I probably may get a lot of backlash for a lot of the things that I say, but I really don't care, because I'm, like, moving from my robotic stage into like my full master transformer stage. I'm just kidding. Like, YouTube keeps calling me a robot because I haven't verified my phone number, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Like, if you keep getting called something that's not really necessarily going against what you're doing, like, I am being a robot, like, I am being like a digital vibrating creature, so I'm just gonna roll with it. YouTube, thank you for giving me that idea. Although many of my ideas were stolen, I guess I could just take a few of their ideas too, just to compensate, right? Because it all works out in the end, except in the end, karma does strike the individuals who wrongly went against me and who did fucked up things or attempted to fuck me over. That's some real karma. It's the karma sent from the holy ones for the chosen ones, but the true chosen ones. So yeah, because they have those deceitful ones, just like they have the Antichrist, just like they have, you know, the ones pretending to be chosen ones, just like they have wolves dressed up like shepherds. What? They have wolves dressed up as shepherds. Okay, they have they have wolves dressed up as sheep. You know, I feel like I've said too much in this video already. I feel like I've said too much. But you know, you can't cancel me. I refuse to be canceled. How can I be canceled if I haven't started? But whoa, there's the joke. Joke's not on me. I have started. I have arrived, actually. I'm super famous, though. I'm super famous. The amount of people watching this before I even post it on YouTube is incredible. So, you know, that's me. I'm famous. Look at me now. So, you know, being famous, I don't think is a big deal. Some people can't handle fame. Being famous for me is not about maybe the same. Being famous for me is not like, I don't have the same reasons for being famous probably that other people have. Like, it's really interesting. Everything that I do, I function on a money level. I just have to accumulate the highest amount of money ever. So that's really weird. Most people just want to be famous for attention and shit. I just know that when I start creating my companies, being a CEO and, you know, formulating my ideas for my businesses and corporations based off of my ideas before they can get stolen or hacked. Like, my ideas that I'm really supposed to bring into existence, because the ones that I'm really supposed to bring into existence aren't gonna be hacked or stolen. They're going to be brought into existence, although the hackers and masterminds who chose to attempt to steal my thoughts and ideas, they are being punished at the right point in time, because time doesn't exist. Like, just like they say, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That's why. Have you ever thought about that? Time's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And you know what that really means. Every moment of our life is still continuing being played somewhere in some dimension or multiverse. And that's not even the full scope of it. Like, it's beyond that. Like, it's just every version of ourselves exists somewhere as well. And that's not even the full scope of it either. It's really crazy, because every human being existing on Earth right now is actually a version of ourselves too. And that's crazy, because you can't tell by physical appearance or by looking physically. But yeah, the craziness is real. So yeah, a lot of people probably find what I'm saying really interesting. I know they do. So shout out to Megatron. So yeah, I don't know, are people going to be prepared, like when China sends their little, I'm not going to say little technology, transformer technology over, and they just start falling out the sky like Transformers in the movie? They just start falling out of the clouds. Like, are people going to be prepared? Are they not going to have a reaction? I actually wouldn't have a reaction. I'd just be looking like, oh, told you so. But, you know, I don't have a reaction with a lot of things. And I find that I like to do things for a reaction and have no reaction just to get a reaction, like all the time. Because that's my personality too. Even though I'm a super introvert, I try not to be a super introvert. I do have to be more extroverted. But, you know, I actually prefer being out in nature and just hanging out with, like, my spouse and my children. My spouse when I have one, and my child, and my children. Like, I prefer hanging out with my family. I prefer taking care of my children. So, you know, to each their own. A lot of other people prefer going out getting drunk, you know, and I don't see any point in that, because you're just killing your brain cells if you go out and get drunk. And here I am attempting to build up my brain cells and rewrite my DNA code. So that's really interesting. Yeah, I think I've said too much. So thank you for watching Shares of a Lifetime Daily. Thank you for making this one of the most viewed YouTube channels in YouTube history. And yeah, keep the views coming. Also, I make videos for entertainment purposes, because I do think everything and a lot of things that I say are entertaining. I say many entertaining things, and you know, this is an entertainment platform, so I say things for entertainment purposes, and I do many things for entertainment purposes, and I find myself very entertaining. And you know, I'm actually intrigued by myself, but I do know a lot of people find me intriguing. And you know, I'm captivated by myself at times too, and I do know a lot of people find me captivating. So this may be the perfect platform for me to be on. Or it's 8 a.m. Okay, so it's 8 a.m. now. It's 8:00. Great. So, and I'm at 9 minutes and 6 seconds. So yeah, so whatever's meant to happen always happens. So in the past, if I was struggling really, really bad and couldn't figure something out, you know, it may appear bad by the visual looks of things, by the illusion, but I know that I was meant to go through every single thing that I have went through, and continue to go through every single thing that I'm going through, even if it may appear to be bad. I know this is an illusion, and I know we're all one. We're all one individual making up the one totality, and in the end, you can't lose doing your job, because there's no free will. You can't lose completing your life mission, because it takes every single individual to make a society of existence. And that is it. Peace out.